Hi, my name is Eric Stover, and it's been a really long semester for me. It's been a really tough road because this course has really taken me outside of my comfort zone, but I think I've really benefited from it in the long run. And I think we can see that by taking a look at the learning objectives that were kind of set in the syllabus, and then taking a look at the evidence that I'm going to provide here in a second. So the first thing I want to do is take a look at the Celio page, which was one of our very first assignments. And I took some time initially and customized it. You can see here I have a picture of myself up in the top left-hand corner. And then additionally, I took one of my interests, and that's networking. That's what I do professionally. I'm an IT major, and one of my interests is, fiber optic networks. So my background here is of a strand of fiber optic cable. So something I'm interested in and that I do professionally. I've added some basic information here on the left side. I'm a veteran IT worker. I'm really curious about a lot of things, but I'm not an expert in anything, actually, because I've done and tried so much stuff that I've never really settled on one thing. I've added some skills here. Like I said, I'm interested in networking. I have a couple industry certifications from Cisco, and also, it's what I do for my job. So that's what I'm professionally interested in. Personally, I'm interested in golf and football and recreational sports and all that good stuff. So this is my Celio page. Here we can see my collection of works for this class, my COMM2600 class, and all my speeches. I have starting from the most recent down to the earliest, our introduction speech. So I think to start off, I want to take a look at the learning objectives that we looked at in the syllabus. And the first one is the being able to demonstrate the skills and abilities and the knowledge deemed appropriate by the college. So I think this learning objective, although kind of vague, it really does mean something. And I think that the best evidence that I can provide is in my informational speech, where I use kind of my IT background to provide the audience with insight how we can secure our wireless networks, which almost everyone uses. So I think that was some really good evidence for that first learning objectives. The second learning objective, which is communicate my thoughts clearly and accurately, both speaking, writing, and presenting. I think the best evidence for this learning objective can be found in my informative speech again, where I use lots of different visual aids, lots of screenshots to kind of really bring a complicated topic down to the level of the audience. I didn't expect my audience to be IT majors or computer science majors. I expected them to be, to be consumers, to be everyday users that don't necessarily understand the details and the fine points of a wireless network. The third learning objective, which was to gather and evaluate information and present it accurately and persuasively, I think that was best represented in the persuasive speech. The persuasive speech that I gave was about why the University of Toledo and their students need to really be involved with Habitat for Humanity and to volunteer their times and their time and their skills to get to help out their neighbors and their community. I thought that was something very important, and I think that I did a good job of providing enough statistics and real world information that really would get people motivated to go out and help Habitat for Humanity. The fourth learning objective was to kind of display your critical thinking skills and problem solving skills. This one I can't really point to a video, but more of an event that happened pretty early on in the class, and that was typically I'm used to using a Mac to edit videos. Windows is notorious for not really having a good video editor other than really expensive Adobe products, but I did my due diligence and I found a service online called WeVideo, and it's a free service, and you can basically edit your videos from within a web browser. Now you have to upload your videos, but that depending on your internet connection and whatnot, that doesn't take too long. But I had to go outside of my comfort zone and kind of solve a problem because my Mac went MIA. So that was definitely one instance where I think I showed some really good problem solving skills and was able to kind of think on my feet. The fifth learning objective, which was to demonstrate ethical, honest, honorable behavior, all that really good stuff. I think that I displayed that again in my informative speech because, well, I think it was shown more in two speeches, and that was in my informative speech and my persuasive speech, because I did a lot of independent research. Even though my background is in IT, I did a lot of independent research to get solid third-party evidence of my sources, and I also cited these any sources that I used within the assignment. And then the last two learning objectives: model behavior with sensitivity to different cultures, socioeconomic status, and also uphold commitment to the community, responsibility and service. I think both of these learning objectives were best shown again in my persuasive speech about Habitat for Humanity. It's really important that we, regardless of our social status, that we go out and we volunteer and we put our neighbors ahead of ourselves, so that we can advance society and make our communities better and make our neighbors better, because we never really know when we're going to be in need. So I knew coming into the class and after the first assignment that to be really successful in the class and to meet the learning objectives of the class, I was going to have to be really honest with myself in terms of how I was preparing and how I was delivering what I prepared. I think that a lot of my success came from being an active participant in class, and also understanding how the learning objectives that were stated in the syllabus kind of were integrated into the weekly class modules. It's been a really great experience in this class, and it really took me out of my comfort zone and really helped me kind of become more of a well-rounded student as well as a professional. So I want to thank you for giving me that opportunity.